After all games were drawn in the main rapid section, Liren and Hikaru Nakamura faced each other in the Armageddon game. Well, this was a fight to get to the top, and whoever wins this would have finished first after 6 rounds. So let's see who will prevail. Ding with white pieces. Remember, white has 5 minutes to black's 4 minutes, but black has draw odds, which means black only needs a draw to win this game. So let's have a look. c4, e5, the English opening from Liren. He's been playing this all through the tournament. He has been successful with his opening this system that he plays in classical games as well. He's very well versed in this system and trusts this system because this system has given him a lot of success. Both sides developing their pieces quite quickly. That's very important. d3 now. Good move. Bishop e6. So Nakamura is also developing his queen side. Bishop e3. Knight d5. This was exchanged. And queen a4. Well, the purpose of playing queen a4 is to put more pressure on a7 square, which could be useful and restricts the movement of knight and rook. So it's a very good move. Let's see, rook e8, rook c1, and now a6, just freeing this rook from this responsibility and also giving this knight some space, which we will see. Rook c3, bishop f6, rook d1. Well, here there is one game between Sergei Karyakin and Vasily Topalov in which rook c5 was played in this position and knight d4 was the response, but knight e7 is another option that can be played with the ideas of rook c1, rook fc1 and c6, and the position is not so bad with this bishop sitting in the middle, knight having some chances to hop here, attacking this bishop. So position is quite good for black, but also these two rooks developed, and now looking at this files, which is also very good combination, might see queen c2, so both sides would have been happy. Okay, rook d1 being played, knight e4. So if this is taken, then this can also dilute it into the endgame. Probably not an endgame, but good compensation for black. You can see queen barraging down on this, queen and rook barraging down on this f2 square. It's not easy to defend because queen controls this square, so it would be good initiative. Well, white can take this pawn, but it's still better for black in this position. So after knight d4, rook d2 to defend this pawn, knight was taken, bishop takes, pawn takes. You can see this pawn is lying here, but it's not a threat at this moment because there is no light square bishop in this position, whereas white king is also safe in the middle of the board. Okay, c6, king g2, improving his king's position, g6 to tuck his bishop back, queen e4, bishop goes back, b4 and f5, queen c4 check, king goes into the corner, d4. Now some very tricky tactics here. If this pawn is captured, then things can turn ugly. with this bishop being traded off, and now rook c d3 threatening rook d7 and also stopping this rook d8, rook a d8 move. These can be soft corners, or I should say soft points in this position. So queen can also land to f7. Some bad things can turn out if this pawn is taken. So sensibly e4. And now d5, another tactical punch from Ding. And you can see this bishop is attacking the rook, but this can't be taken. If this is taken, then we can see some very bad things happening. Rook attacks the queen, and if queen moves, then there is a beautiful tactic, rook d7, and there is no sensible defense to queen e7 mate. We have to give the queen, and if queen f8, this loses immediately with queen c4 check, king h8, and now bishop d4. Once the queen blocks or rook blocks, we just take, and that will be mate. So that rook cannot be taken. Nakamura takes the pawn on f3 with check, which was captured, and same thing will happen if bishop takes rook. Queen e7. Now this is threatened. Now this is a threat. Now that won't work. So rook tucks back. C takes d5. Rook takes d5. Rook takes d8. And king g2. Big mistake. He should have played rook c d2 in this position. And things are quite different now. Let's have a look. He played king g2 in this position, which loses immediately with b5, queen d3, and queen b7. And in this position, Liren resigned. The rook is pinned. If this rook comes here, then rook here picks this rook. So Ding is a rook down, and it's a lost. But let's jump a little moments back, where I told you that instead of king g2, he could have played rook c d2 in this position. What's the difference? The difference is after b5, queen d3, queen b7, white has a move to save itself, and that is king e2. So now what happens if this is played? The rook is not pinned. There is no pin. So this rook is able to move freely. Although the next move will be to defend this rook or either take this, but still a very safe position. It would have been a draw. However, after playing king g2, b5, queen d3, queen b7, Ding Liren resigns, and Nakamura jumps at the first place. With one round to go, today we'll see everyone playing. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.